From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Nifty move. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Gone! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Open man is Uzama. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The first carry for the 2nd-year man, Joe Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Seifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got room. Good move by Duke. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Second down, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
52-44, get ready for 50 seconds.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's the rookie from the U, Mark Walton. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Dalton, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Double tight! Even. 4 down. Heavy. Check.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Another look for Dalton on second and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Go, on the ball! On the ball! Tight ends on the Ringo!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey! Lead! Green 18!
To throw again. Dalton. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Tight end right! Move!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll buy some time right. They find some open field here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turned it into a short gain.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Now here's Ross. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
We got it. We got it. Get off here. Get off. Get off. We got it.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Single. Lee, you need team. Let's go.
So Dalton now. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey. You got 3.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey. Here you go, 368. 58 for Mike.
Dalton here from the gun. That's complete to John Ross. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. First and 10 for Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Over here. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Space to run past the 20. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come out here. Come get some.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Four down. Check. Four down.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
They go 368. Waiting. 318. They go 368.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
In your face.
57, you got 59 over there. 368!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Off the play fake. Knight. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight right here, tight on the right, tight on the right.
Here we go now. Blue 90, blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
Off play action. Knight. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39, green 30.
A final shot before break. Knight. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He's going to sling. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
3 down. Here we go now.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
To throw on 3rd down. Knight. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Ross on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. 23 yards on the play. Andy Dalton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now to the air, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Santos with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10. Dalton once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Throwing on first down. Knight over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here we go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
From the gun, Knight. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They come out here in the eye.
3-19.
To throw on second down. Knight. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I smell
Operating from the gun. Knight. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Over here, over here. You're good. Watch the pass.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Forced out to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now Landry. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing to start the drive. Knight completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Knight steps away to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Knight. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Twist. Watch twist. Mike's 50,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
4 down, check.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Safety's creeping. Safety's creeping.
Operating from the gun, Knight, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, Knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Nice. We got three, fellas. We got three. Lead! We need team!
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Crash! Go, on the ball!
57 the mic. Gotta do better.
Dalton up, play action. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, can! That's up!
They toss to Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey! 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
I got tripped this side. We got 3. 2 by 2. Move! You got tight right there.
From the gun, Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2.
Hey, 4 down.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A beautiful fake. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 30, 20, 10. The Browns are in the end zone. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of and got his man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Over here, yes.
Got four down.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watch left. Stop right there.
Lead!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
You got four.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And now this defense try to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14.
Tight is right.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
He wasn't ready. Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19!
On 1st down, Knight. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
55. Hey, eat.
Throwing again. Knight. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Off the play fake. Knight. And Callaway taking it in left side. A gain of 6 there on first. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Knight. Rolling to his left. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He may try and run for this. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that first down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the first.
Hey.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Knight. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Lee. 3-19.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bengals, They just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland,